Hello, hello, and welcome, friends. Welcome to another modern fountain pen review. And I say this fountain pen is modern, but actually it was launched in 1987, so it has a little bit of age to it. It is a beautiful, beautiful Waterman, and you can see it has this wonderful, wonderful pattern, and I will tell you about it. So, this wonderful model is called Waterman Lady Elsa. Practically, as I said to you, in 1987, Waterman introduced into the market this new woman's model, certainly based on the models from the 1920s, with this wonderful ring at the top of the cap intended for ladies to use them in their purse or to simply held them on a necklace around their neck and to be quite practical when they needed to write something down. So this is a small, and you can see a clipless fountain pen. The most interesting thing about this model is that it is made of galatith. It's like a casein material. And another interesting thing about this particular model is that it was produced in limited numbers because this material, galatith, was a material left from the 1920s or the 1930s in the stock of this company. And you can see the beautiful, beautiful patterns of this material. It's interesting that the name Lady Elsa comes from two important women in the history of Waterman. And we are talking about Elsa Fagard and Elsa Le Foyer. Elsa Fagard was Jules Isidore's Fagard's wife, and Mr. Fagard was the founder of GIF Waterman, the French branch of the American parent company, and she was also managing director after her husband's death. The other lady was the grandmother of Francine Gomez, chief executive of Waterman. Practically, this Lady Elsa is like a homage to women. It is described in one catalog of Waterman as being a luxurious and refined writing instrument for ladies. The cap of the pen was breast line, and it has this sleeve of galatite covering this piece of brass. It had a gold-plated top and gold-plated trims, and you can see it has this band on the cap. It's like a thicker ring. On it, we have engraved Waterman made in France. A beautiful, beautiful example. Also, the barrel is made entirely of galatite, and it has these beautiful, beautiful threads. Interesting is that at the end of it, let me zoom for you to see better, guys. At the end of it, we have this part also covered in that material, and we can take it off. We can see the brass, so it's made out of brass, and this galatite material practically covers this brass material. And look what the galatite is inside. So practically this whole body is made out of galatite, but this has a brass cap. Let me show you. Practically this cap is pressure fit, and you can see that we have brass inside of it. And quite interesting. Let me put back the ending of the barrel, guys. You can see that this grip section is made out of black plastic and has these lines for better grip, so you can better grip this small fountain pen. Also, the cap, you can post it, and it posts quite nice. It makes a wonderful writer, and it feels so good in the hand. Now let me tell you about the gorgeous nib, which is a steel nib gold plated. On it we have engraved Waterman France and the size of the nib, size F. It's interesting, the vent hole or the breathing hole, it has that heart shape that reminds us of the nibs made in the 1920s. And on the back we have a simple feed. I believe it's made out of plastic, and it has no serrations or no lines to it. It's quite a basic feed. What I don't like about this particular model is the fact that we have this ring which is gold plated, guys, and in contact with ink, if you don't clean it at time, this will corrode in time. Of course, you can use it using small ink cartridges, and I have an ink cartridge right over here. I don't know if it uses proprietary ink cartridges, and I'm using an international red ink cartridge, a simple cartridge. Let me see if I can fit it. And it fits, as you can see, guys. This is an international ink cartridge, so it doesn't need proprietary ink cartridges. Of course, I will leave it like this for a few moments till the ink will reach the nib section. Let me see if it stands right here. Well, probably I need to, and it's quite interesting, guys. Look at this. It doesn't, so it barely fits in this barrel, but I managed to fit it. And I will wait for a few seconds, guys, till we will wait. I should hold it in this position. So for this, guys, let me use my little my little ball. I found this at the flea market, and I will leave it like this in this position. Yes. So I'm waiting for the ink from the cartridge to reach this section. Till then, I will present to you this beautiful etui. I don't know if it's made out of real leather or artificial leather. It has Waterman right over here, and I bought it with this fountain pen. I did not tell you the price, and sincerely, guys, I don't remember when I bought this fountain pen, but I certainly remember that I did not pay a large sum of money, and I was attracted about this beautiful material. I did not know it was a Lady Elsa when I bought it, and I'm pretty sure I bought it second hand, and I paid around 300 lays, or 60.86 euros, or 64.18 US dollars. So quite a reasonable price. And let me tell you about this Lady Elsa model. Because it was produced in limited numbers, I don't have a number for you guys, but certainly it was limited because this material, this casein material Galatith, was in limited numbers. So let me take it out. I believe it has passed 30 seconds, and let me see if I can write with it. No, I was expecting this, and I will simply open this barrel, and I will try to apply pressure in order for the ink to reach, and you can see it scratches with the barrel, but let me see, I'm applying pressure, and in the same time I'm trying to write with it, and the nib should reach that grip section, and I don't, yes, you can see on that part. Let me drop a little bit, yes, and now let me try to write with it, Let me do this little flower, guys, and let me see if now it should write. So I hope I can manage to show you how it writes. And look, guys, because I did not clean it, I hope you can see this. So probably it was used with a blue ink, and now this red ink has been in contact with that blue ink, and it has a strange didn't shade. Reach that part, and you can see right through the to that heart. It's like a bleeding heart. Let me see now if I can. Yes, you can see some little lines, and probably now I can write with it. So what do we have here, guys? I will post it because it is a small lady's hand pen, and I need a little balance. What do we have here, guys? Let me zoom out for you to see better. Okay, I think you will see. And right here we have a Lady Elsa. And this fountain pen was made in France, at the late 1980s, around 1987. It started a trend with Waterman. They released other models like Lady Charlotte and Anastasia line. So I believe I have two reviews on my channel. I will leave them at the end of this video. They are both beautiful pens, and they have similar traits with this fountain pen, but not this interesting material you see here. It is beautiful, guys. This particular model is fitted with a steel nib. It is gold plated, and the size of the nib is F because it's engraved on it. It looks quite nice. Let me see if this nib has some flex to it. And certainly it has a little bit of line variance, but no flex to it, no flex. It loses a bit its ink flow. I'm not so sure if this is a good thing or just temporary problem, but it is a juicy nib. I'm sure it does also the signatures quite nice. It has just a little bit of problem. It's not a smooth nib. It has some feedback to it, and it scratches, but just a little bit, in not an alarming way. Here I'm not applying pressure, and here I'm starting to apply pressure. So you can see no visible line variance. I'm not so pleased with this ink flow. You can see when I'm not applying pressure on it, it doesn't have that ink flow. I don't like this. Probably I should apply a little bit pressure on the cartridge, guys. I'm sorry about this. I will continue with it like this. So no line variance. Let me check if we can reverse write with it. So here, let's see. Reverse writing. And definitely a no. It scratches a lot and it loses its ink flow. I'm curious to see if, yes, if I apply pressure, the ink flow is quite stable. But let me tell you guys, a proper tuned fountain pen should write quite well, like it writes over here. It's quite strange. It's just an inflow problem, guys. No problem. Maybe I did not clean this particular fountain pen before I started this review. So, no problem here, but definitely it can't reverse write. So, reverse writing, no. And now I think I can tell you about, let me place the barrel right over here. Okay. Now I want to tell you about the fox, guys. Let me put the camera out like this, and I will try to write as large as I can. So the quick Brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is one thing I don't like about cartridge filling mechanisms. Maybe I will find a small ink converter for this type of pen. And I'm not so sure if a converter from Kaweco Sport should fit it. Because this is a wonderful pen, don't get me wrong. But till I regulate this flux of ink, I it doesn't write as good as I want to. So look at this. Well, I must zoom on it for you guys to see better. And let me take this right over here. So now I'm applying pressure like this. And when I'm not applying pressure, you can see the ink is quite I don't like it a lot. It's like an EF. I don't like EF nibs. I like broader nibs. I like the ink to see on the page. To shame, because this is a wonderful piece. But don't get me wrong, guys. It's just a matter of regulating the ink flow. Maybe it wasn't cleaned enough, and certainly when I start using it for the first time, you see some little residues of a black or a blue ink right over here. Maybe it just needs a little bit of work with it, and I believe that it will do a nice job. This was my review, guys, of a wonderful made fountain pen. It is quite a rare fountain pen. I've searched it on eBay and I found some examples, and they were reasonably priced around 100 euros. But I believe that this is a beautiful material and quite unique. So this was my review, guys, of the wonderful Lady Elsa model. Tell me what you think about this wonderful ladies fountain pen. It's certainly nice when you see companies producing fountain pens intended for ladies. They are quite small jewelry pieces, not just writing instruments. So what can I say to you guys? This was its a review. I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I will see you again in the next episode. Till then, bye bye, and God bless you all, my friends.